Hey guys, David007 here. Sorry. And I'm here to do a revised list of worst comic book films. So I've come up with a top 7 list of a revised worst list. And let me just get some disclaimers out of the way. Most of my other choices from my other video are on this list as well. So just so you know, numbers are not going to be left out. I'll just go over a brief description. If you want, you could check out the other video and hear it all for yourself. Alright, so it comes to 7. Okay, so number 7, Watchmen. As I've said in that previous video, I am not a Watchmen fan. And I never liked the comics, I never liked those animated shorts, as I said before. I gave the movie a shot, I didn't like it. And so, actually, this is probably my most hated one, but I cut some slack for the fans. So that goes at number 7 on my list. Number 6. What was number? Oh yeah, Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer. The only way I can put into this, though there are some dialogue that I do like, but in other words, the movie is just, it's kind of lazily written and it's lame in a lot of ways. I'll just leave it at the fact that it's just lame. It's number 5. Catwoman. And again, like I've said, the production of this movie goes back to Batman Returns, and apparently the original actress Michelle Pfeiffer was supposed to reprise the role in this movie, but the production went on too long, the writers changed, and the cast changed. This just turned out just to be a huge mess. And it's because it has non-existent plot, crappy acting, and it's so unbalanced. And though Catwoman is considered the hot and sexy, that still doesn't matter that this movie is complete crap. We'll leave it at that. It's just crap. Number 4. Spawn. Like I said in my last video, though I was never a Spawn fan, boy, I had high hopes for this movie since the comics were great and that cartoon series was fairly decent as well. Well, but this movie is just utter garbage. For one, the acting is just absolutely horrendous and unconvincing. Story's cruddy. And this movie is not very loyal to its comics. And to that fact, it has a page on Wikipedia that says differences from the comics. Thanks. And also, and I really hope this has a decent reboot. Number 3, Superman 4. What is there not to have said about this that hasn't said about before? Or it's uninteresting, it has the most cheesiest effects for the time that looked like it was made in 1950. Some of the acting is questionable. Superman has to face this villain, Nuclear Man, who a villain that did not exist in the comics. And he's lazy, stupid. Not only is the story something that many people have wanted to get for years, but it is just horrible. And plus the fight scenes are dull, and everything about it, it just becomes one of the most boring Superman movies ever. Enough said. Number 2, all the Punisher movies. Now, in all honesty, the Punisher is a very good comic book character. He has that backstory. His family's killed, and he wants revenge on criminals. So now, first we have the first one that came out in 1989. Its main problems were that the story was not focused on enough, nor was the character of the Punisher himself. It was nothing but just a mishmash of a poorly told story and monotonous gunfights that seemed to all look the same. And another thing is, in this movie, the Punisher didn't even have that skull on his shirt. And nor was he actually wearing the Punisher suit or whatever he had. Then we go to 2004, which had some improvements, but again suffered from the same issue. Not focused enough on the story and character, and it's just a mishmash, again, of a poorly told story and monotonous gunfights. Then the final one we get in 2008, again, some improvements, but it still doesn't face that it pretty much has the same issues. Mishmash of poorly told story and monotonous gunfights. If you ask me how this a Punisher movie should go, I'd say it should be more character and story driven than just a mishmash of a not focused on story and just monotonous gunfights. And I don't mean like with gunfights like here and there, but in these movies they're just constant. And it ends up being bad because of it. That's all I have to say. And number 1, The Crow Wicked Prayer. As you can see, this one was changed from The Crow City of Angels to The Crow Wicked Prayer. Why? Because I managed to sit down, the stupid person I think myself to be for doing that, and watch the rest of them. They are horrible! Now this one is far the worst. The story is crap. The quality is crap. The acting is crap. And the action sequences are crap. The effects are cheap in a lot of areas. This makes The Crow's Salvation and City of Angels look like movies of the year compared to it. And again, only the first movie is worth watching. The others are half thought out and are just huge disgraces. Well, y'all, that's my revised list. And what do you think of this? Be sure to let me know in the comments below, like, and subscribe.